are on the table. Not much to go. Face down.
All right, Shazi, well, let's start from the beginning. You can really look into north of the border, look into Wainwright, Alberta, where hockey really began for you. I know it's almost a rite of passage in the country of Canada to put the skates on at some point in your life, but what was the spark like for you? Where did the game come from in your family, and do you remember putting on skates for the first time?
Honestly, it's a very cliche answer for all kids in Canada, but we really, we were born with skates on. It's what everyone did. My dad played hockey. Uncles, cousins, we all just played hockey, so never lost interest in it, that's for sure.
Moving around for the first time, is there anything that comes up when I say first hockey memory?
Fortunately for me, my parents had a video camera. Now it's not as clear as they are now today, but I wasn't a real good skater when I first started. I remember I would only push with one foot, but I think when I think of the start of playing hockey, I think of just birthdays on our outdoor rink more than games itself. So just spending countless hours out there with friends after school and whatnot. So for me, my first recollection of hockey memories kind of goes back to that.
It's terrible, bad bounces. First shot of the day, I'll take it.
When you think about this team and you think about the way that it's built, maybe in comparison to some of those other teams, what are the similarities and what are the differences?
I think this year it's a unique group because I feel like we haven't had our whole team healthy in the lineup, call-ups and whatnot throughout the whole year. There's a lot of late nights, bus trips, get your butt kicked on the road, and there's times where it's not as glorious as you think it is. And one thing that really helps out is just having a tight-knit group, whether it's good or bad, and I think we have that here. A big thing is the locker room. I think that's where championships start, is in the locker room. I think our group is tight-knit enough to get that done.
He's a good leader. He has been since I've been here 4 years, so we've tracked together here. But he's got great leadership skills. Guys have always taken to him. They really like him, they respect him. So he's a guy that he kind of galvanizes everybody. Plays 5-on-6, 6-on-5, 4-on-4, 3-on-3. So smart, willing to play in traffic, good stick around the net, moves the puck well, kills penalties. He's playing outstanding hockey. This is the best he's played.
It just comes so hard. We just got to make 2 passes in a row and we got it. We just haven't able to connect 2 passes.
The story of the journey that you've had, not only to get here, but then once you got to the Iowa Wild and the 3 knee injuries that you've dealt with, there had to be some moments there where you were just thinking, how am I going to get through this? Yet you did, and here you are.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't see us all a little bit on my opinions. I think there's days where you wonder if you're ever going to achieve your goal of playing in the NHL and staying. Is this just going to happen again as soon as you come back? But at the same time, that's part of the hockey journey. Everyone's story is a little bit different. In my head, I always knew I could get through those injuries and get back and through the rehab phases, but that's where your family becomes very important. But it also just made me appreciate what I had once I was playing. I love this game. I'm extremely grateful I get to do it for a job.
Fill us all in a little bit more on when you're not on the ice, when you don't have a stick in your hands, what's Mason Shaw doing specifically in the off-season?
I've been fortunate enough to almost turn hockey off a little bit when the season's over and turn my attention to something else. Cows and farming was something that I've always had a passion from a young age. It was either I was playing with my cows and my corrals, or I had a mini stick in my hand. That's just a passion that I've always had, and I continue to do that. And I just think it's a great learning tool. You learn a lot about life away from the rink. You know, the farm is something I enjoy talking about. I enjoy sharing that side of my life with the guys at the rink and whatnot. And definitely wouldn't be the person I am today without that.
For fans that don't know what it's like to play in front of 8,000 screaming people, that maybe half of them at times, depending on how your nights go, might be screaming your name. Could you put that into words?
That changes the energy so much of the game, whether the fans know it or not. The players truly feel it. It gives us that extra boost, extra motivation on the ice, and I mean that's got to be the greatest feeling as a player. That's why we play, is to get into games where the fans are involved and the rink's full. I hope there's plenty more of those, and I think the longer we play and the better we play, the fans are going to keep coming, and I know as players in the locker room will really appreciate that.
Why is hockey such a game for life? Once people really invest in it, they can't get their hands off of it.
I think the biggest thing is just the people in the game. You meet so many great people, great friendships, and great memories that last forever. And most of the guys will tell you that it attests back to their playing days. Cody McLeod tells us every day, play as long as you can. And some days you might wonder why. Some days it feels grueling. But, we're hockey players. I think it's something that we've loved from a very young age, and you never really lose that love for it. I know myself personally, I'll always be a hockey fan. I'll always be involved in the game. Hockey shaped me in a great way, I feel, to this point. It's very humbling. Hockey's a sport we play. It's not who we are. And I think that just shapes people that we'd be away from the rink too. And I'm extremely grateful for all the mentorship and coaches and players I've met along the way. So, to me, hockey's everything.
I think you're good. All good. What are you doing?